Am I the a-hole for not comforting my fiance and telling her that no one took advantage of her when she was crying over being unable to get our cat back? I, 29 male, have been with my fiance, Kate, 28 female, for 6 years, and she just gave birth to our daughter into the world 2 months ago. Before our daughter was born, we had a cat, Spooky, who's 8 years old, and we both loved the hell out of him. Kate had got Spooky 2 years before I entered the picture after she found him as a stray on the street. I never imagined giving him away, but 4 months into her pregnancy, Kate started insisting that we needed to give Spooky up to a shelter because of the harm he poses to the baby. Now, to be clear, Spooky has been around babies and toddlers before without any problems, and people made sure their kids didn't provoke him. I was confused by this sudden switch due to how much love she usually showed to Spooky, but now she was actively avoiding him and leaving all of his care up to him. I pressed Kate on why she felt like Spooky might hurt the baby, and she admitted that she's had a few nightmares of Spooky biting and her clawing at the baby. That prompted me to go research why she was feeling giving Spooky up was the only way, because it was not like Kate to make such big decisions based solely on a few bad dreams, and found out that it was most likely her pregnancy hormones making her so afraid of Spooky all of a sudden. I told her what I had found out and suggested we go to a doctor to address it, but Kate refused and said it was her instincts as a soon-to-be mom making her do what was right for the baby. She threatened to leave me and not let me see the baby if I tried to stop her from doing it. So, I gave in and Kate looked for a good animal shelter within the city before driving off with Spooky in his carrier in the early morning. She didn't let me come with her, and I cried my eyes out while she was gone. Fast forward to now, and Kate has been missing Spooky after healing from the birth. 2 days ago, she said to me that she wanted to see if she could get Spooky back from the shelter, and I was surprised by this, but agreed to drive her to the shelter to see what happened. We left the baby with a trusted friend and went to the shelter in the afternoon. I was doubtful about Spooky still being at the shelter, but Kate said that since Spooky was older, he probably didn't get fostered or adopted right away. My fiancé ended up being completely wrong about that. The woman who met with us at the animal shelter told us that Spooky ended up being adopted by another young couple a few weeks after Kate dropped him off. Kate tried to get the information about the couple from the woman working there, but she said that she couldn't disclose that and just reassured us that Spooky was in a wonderful home. Kate was crying the whole drive back home and only stopped while she fed and changed our daughter before doing it again in our bedroom while the baby was sleeping. I just rubbed her back and held as she was crying. In the middle of it, Kate started to rant against the animal shelter for taking advantage of a soon-to-be mom, and that they should have realized that she would want Spooky back after she gave birth. This is where I might be the a-hole. What Kate had said rubbed me entirely the wrong way and irritated me. Before I could think about what I was saying, I told her that I warned her that it was just the hormones messing with how she felt about Spooky, and that no one took advantage of her. That made Kate angry with me, so instead of sleeping in our bedroom, she's been staying in the guest room that's closest to the baby. She also hasn't been speaking to me unless necessary. I guess she told her best friend what happened because I got a text from her asking me how I could be so cruel to my fiancé and that I was in a hole for saying that.